Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite games. That's right, this is definitely a top 5 arcade game of all time. The game was released in 1982 and developed by Taito. Now, Taito, of course, is a famous Japanese developer. You know, they did Jungle Hunt and Jungle King and Quicks. They even released Space Invaders in the late 70s. But the game we're going to talk about today is Zookeeper. Now, Zookeeper is one of those games that's hard to find. It's hard to keep working. The artwork's usually shit. It goes to shit on these games. You know, they had a glass marquee here with incandescent bulbs behind it. The marquees usually flake. The boards are really problematic. It's just, this game has a reputation of being one of the harder games to get working and to keep working. When I got this game, it was completely dead. The artwork was bad. The bezel was flaking. The marquee was flaking really bad. I actually got lucky and found new glass marquees and bezels. The game board set I actually got working by replacing all of the RAM, and it's been working ever since, thank God, knock on wood. Now, this game stars Zeke right here. Now, I think Taito was trying to kind of create their own little Mario character with him, and I don't know, he's pretty cool. They actually used him in a couple other games, including Zeke's Peak. Now, Zeke's Peak is basically a reskinned ice cold beer. I guess they figured the beer theme here wouldn't do too well in bars, so they reskinned it with Zeke's Peak, and it's kind of like a mountain climbing theme starring Zeke. But anyway, I tell you what, why don't I set up the tripod and show you guys how Zookeeper plays. Okay, we have the tripod set up. Now, first things first, let me show you guys the controls here. This game basically has a 4-way joystick and a jump button, and that's it. Controls are pretty simple. One thing I want to point out, too, on the glass bezel here, Taito did this a lot. They had backlit instructions, which I think is a great idea. I don't know why more companies didn't do that. Actually, it is a problem, though, because long-term, those bulbs, the heat starts eating away the paint. So whenever you get these games, you've got to really spray triple thick on the back of these to preserve the glass, which I did. Okay, anyway, let me start a game here. Now, I have it on free play, and let me just show you guys how this game plays. So basically, I am the Zookeeper Zeke, and the monkey has captured my girlfriend Zelda. Sound familiar? So we're not going to get to see Zelda yet till a few levels in, but here we go. Okay, so basically, right, what I'm doing is I'm going around the level here, and there's a little timer up there, and it says when the next little goodie's gonna spawn. And when the timer gets to the end, the level's over. So that's the first level, pretty basic. Now, it appears on the surface that I actually want to keep the animals inside the brick structure. That's actually not the case at all. You want to let them out, and you want to jump over them, because that's how you get points. And the more animals you can jump in a single jump, the more points you're going to earn. And it's possible to get like million-point jumps. Boy, that sucked. And you can also direct the animals. When the animals come out of the little cage, they're always going to go in the opposite direction of where Zeke is. And ideally, what you want to do here is get all animals going in the same direction. Now, on the early levels, there's not a lot of action, so not much really happens right now, and it's very hard to control anything. So I'm just going to try to contain them and get a little, because you get a bonus at the end for every animal that's in the cage, but jumps are worth far more than any kind of bonus you could ever get. Alright, so this is a bonus level, and there's the monkey. He's got my girlfriend Zelda, and I'm trying to rescue her. Yeah, these guys were definitely inspired by Donkey Kong to some degree. And the monkey's throwing coconuts at me, not barrels. And I'm actually not doing very well here. I think the best strategy on this level is to get up to the top as fast as possible. And you get 2,500 points for jumping on the platform and not getting the girl, and 5,000 for getting the girl. And there we go. We rescued Zelda. And that's pretty much the game. There is actually another bonus level, which you'll see later. And then the game just gets harder and harder and repeats that scheme. But man, does it get harder. So I'm not doing a very good job of getting the animals to go in all the same direction. Alright, so I got a group here coming. I'm going to try to get some good points. And I did a bad jump. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just going around, jumping over animals, trying to pick up the little prizes as they come up. Like right now, the Sunday's gonna come up. And you can see. Well, we're not doing too hot. All right. It's kind of starting to pick up now. The game, you know, this is a game that doesn't ramp up, ramps up slowly. But we got a good grouping going here. And the animals are all going in the same direction, which is good. Alright, let's see if we can get some good points here. We got a nice grouping here. 6,000 points. It was okay. But in the beginning levels, you know, it is kind of slow going. The animals don't really go that fast. And they don't come out as fast, so in the beginning you're not really earning a lot of points. You just kind of more or less want to survive and make it to the later levels. Okay, so now here comes the second bonus level. And if I pass this one, I get a free Zeke. And in later levels, they actually add more escalators. So right now there's only 2 escalators. There actually will eventually be 4 sets of escalators. So I passed that. I got a free Zookeeper. My score is 100,000. That's okay. A good score for me is like, you know, 400,000. I've got friends though that can get in the millions. And all you need is a really good jump. So I'm gonna grab this net here and just kind of go around trying to get the animals to go all in the good direction. Because now it's kind of where I'm going to start getting some good points. Come on, get out. And I got... Ah, fuck. I wasn't paying attention. Come over here to get that net. Basically just trying to get every animal that's coming towards me to go the other, now to die and go back in there so they can come out and now go that direction. I want to get them all going counterclockwise. And got most of them. Fuck! Anyway, there you have it. But you can see I've had some friends come over here, put 4 million, 3 million points. That's Don Hayes and Steve Wagner. But anyway, that is it. That is Zookeeper. And as you can see, like a lot of my games, I'm really not very good. But I just love this game, and you know it's just a fun game to sit down and play. My only complaint about the game is that it does ramp up slowly, but later in the levels, man, it gets just in the later levels, it's just like frantic and kooky. So anyway, there you have it. That is Zookeeper. Thanks again for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and click on that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.